Hello and welcome back. So earlier we learned about upstage, downstage, stage right, and stage left, but let's do a little bit of a review. So downstage is towards the audience. So if I was walking downstage, I'd walk closer to you because you are my audience. Upstage is away from the audience. I just took a big step upstage because upstage is away from where you are right now. Stage right and stage left get a little more tricky because we're talking about my right and my left, not your right and your left. So if I'm going to go to stage right, I go to my right. And if I'm going to go to stage left, I go to my left. But what if I want to go house right or house left? Remember, you are the house. The audience and the house are synonymous, meaning they mean the same thing. So if you're the audience slash the house and you're the director and you tell me go to house left, I have to go house left. You're the house, so it's your left. Your left is my right. So house left is stage right. Okay? Same thing if you wanted me to go to house right. As a performer, my right's that way, but you're the house. Your right is that way. So your house right is my stage left. So if you say, Miss B, go to house right, I know to go this way. Right? Stage right and left is from the performer's view when looking out at the audience. Stage right, performer's right. Stage left, performer's left. House right and house left are from the audience's perspective when they are looking at the stage. So house right is my left, house left is my right. Now, it's not enough to just know those four basic cardinal directions: up, down, stage right, stage left. We have to have some sort of combination of those so that the performers know exactly where to stand on stage. So we divide the stage area into 9 parts. Remember that this view of the stage is if we're standing on the roof of the theater and we're looking straight down through a transparent ceiling, right? If we were standing on the roof and the roof was clear and we looked down at the stage, this is the view we would get. Where the audience is sitting here, here's the stage apron, stage legs, back wall of the stage, right? We divide this area, the stage, and remember the stage exists right here. Most of the time when we say the stage, we don't mean the stage apron. We can mean the stage apron, but that's something that you'll have to talk about with your specific director. Most of the time when we say the stage floor, we mean the area from the plaster line, right, where the proscenium arch is, the plaster line to the back wall, and from the inward corners of the stage legs. This is our stage. We divide that area into 9 equal squares, and we do that by doing a little hashtag sign. It kind of looks like we're playing tic-tac-toe on the stage. Or like I said, you're doing a hashtag like at the end of a Facebook post or a tweet. First place you want to know is center stage. Center stage is in the center of the stage. And we denote center stage by a C. So C is center stage. And that means you are in the center of the stage. Now, every single one of these other directions is taken from the center of the stage. So if you are downstage, it means you are downstage of center. If you're upstage, it means you're upstage of center. So let's talk about those first. So if we're downstage and we're still in this center line, we're still in the center of the stage, but we are downstage from center, we call that downstage center, or DSC. Down stage center. We sometimes also just call it downstage. If we are upstage from center, we're in this little square here. So, downstage center. And if we call this downstage center, it makes sense that we would call this upstage center. Upstage center for USC. USC equals upstage center. So we have center stage to be in the middle of the stage. If we go towards the audience from center stage, we are now down stage center. If we go towards the back of the theater, away from the audience from center stage, we are in upstage center. If we're standing at center stage and we go directly to stage right, we are going center stage right. Sometimes we also just call this stage right, but CSR for center stage right. Center stage right. So if this is center stage right, because we're going to the right of center, what might this one be? Probably center stage left, because we're going to the left of center. So center stage left, CSL, okay? Center stage left. So we have our 4 cardinal directions, and they're all taken from center stage. If I want to go downstage from center, I go center downstage or downstage center. If I want to go upstage from center, I go upstage center. If I'm at center stage and I want to go right, I go to center stage right. And if I am at center stage and I want to go left of center stage, I go to center stage left. Now remember, all these positions are taken from center. So sometimes you'll hear a director go to stage right. They don't have to say center stage right because it's just sort of known. Okay? They might have you at another point on stage and they'll say, take 2 steps to stage right. In that case, you know you just have to go to the right. You don't have to go to center stage right. So there's the directionality, walk to the right, to stage right. But there's also the area of stage, center stage right. And if you're ever confused on which one of those 2 things your director wants you to do, the good thing is to ask. So we have 4 of our stage areas, but we have 5 of our stage areas, excuse me, with center stage being in the middle. But now we have 4 other ones. Now, these 4 corners are a combination of your other directions. And you always start with up or down stage. So, if you are at center stage and you go down stage and to the left, you've gone to downstage left. DSL. Down, stage, left. If you start from center stage and you go downstage and to the right, you are now at downstage right. DSR, down, stage, right. So if you start at center stage and you go up stage, now we're not going down stage left or right, we're going up stage left or right. So if you start at center and you go up stage and to the left, you are now at up stage left. And if you go from center stage, up stage, and to the right, you've gone up stage right. USR, up stage right. So now we have our 9 stage areas, okay? Remember, it's all taken from center stage. So if you're standing in the very center of the stage, the same amount of stage is in front of you as there is behind you, and you have the same amount of stage to the right and to the left. You are at center stage. If you go straight towards the audience from center stage, you are now downstage center. You start at center stage and you walk towards the back of the theater away from the audience, you are now upstage center, downstage center, upstage center. If you start at the center of the stage and you go to stage right, you are now at center stage right. You start in the middle of the stage and you go to the left, center stage left. If you start at the center of the stage and you go downstage and to the right, you are now at downstage right. You start in the center of the stage and you go upstage and to the left, you are now at upstage left. Downstage to the right, left, downstage left, upstage and to the right, upstage right. Remember, on those corner parts, it's always up and down comes first. Upstage, right or left, downstage, right or left. And all those directions, all those areas are taken from center stage. Sometimes your director will have you move to a very specific area of the stage. So if you are upstage left, and your director goes, Miss B, I would like you to move downstage right on your line. When I get to my line, I'll cross, meaning I'll move to downstage right, and I'll say my line. If I'm at center stage and my director says, Miss B, I want you to go to stage left and sit down, then I'll move to stage left, then stage left, and I'll sit down. This is what we call blocking. Anytime a performer moves on stage from one area of the stage to another, or moves in the same area but stands up, sits down, turns to their right, turns to their left. Any movement a performer does on stage is known as blocking. All right? Now, you heard me a minute ago say I would cross to a certain area of the stage. A cross is a type of blocking where the performer actually moves from one area of the stage to another. So, if I'm going to cross to downstage left, I will walk. Downstage left. I'm going to be upstage center. And they say cross downstage. I'm going to move, walk, downstage. So that's what a cross is. Anytime a performer moves from one stage area to another stage area is a cross. Remember, blocking is any movement a person does on stage, whether or not they move to another stage area, or if they stand, or sit, or kneel, or jump, or turn and talk to a person. Any of that movement is blocking. Crossing is a very specific kind of blocking where a person moves from one area to the stage to another using our 9 stage areas. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. I look forward to hearing from you, and happy blocking!